shop on the downtown square. Leans me right back in his vinyl chair. Makes me feel like a millionaire. Daniel the barber, he's got style.
Hello, I'm Daniel, the proprietor of Daniel's Barbershop on the Square. I'm here to introduce you to what barbering is and what it can do for you, other than the typical salon or other types of hair places. But come on in and let's check out the place here. I brush my blades a lot while I'm working because I don't like hair building up inside the blade. You don't get as crisp and clean a cut if those blades are getting full of hair, and just one of the little things I do while I'm working. I take the 1.5 on the oyster and go straight up the head without rounding that curve. Keith has been a friend of mine for a number of years, as well as a good customer, and also his hair types were. And this is a good haircut to observe and watch because I do some things a little bit different than I do for your typical fade. You can do, that's one of the things I like about this business, is you can do the same thing over and over and over, but at the same time it's different with every customer. So you're doing the same thing. There's some, what I call the mechanics of the haircut, but then there's the creative side also, which any aspiring barbers, that's one of the things you need to start looking for, is your creativity along with it. Now, I'll start blending it a little bit, but we'll blend it better as we proceed with the haircut. Oh, by the way, I'm using a number 5 on the top because we're going to leave this a little bit longer so that it really flows back good for him. I met my current wife in Florida, and we will be married 34 years next week. And we came to Tennessee to have a better place to raise what I call the second batch of kids. And so now what I'm doing, I'm taking a double aught Speedo guide and blending that fade a little bit nicer. So I worked at a couple of different barbershops in Florida during my early tenure there, and in '92 I opened my first shop, my first rodeo, so to speak, and it was a great success. But this is a move that I wouldn't suggest for a novice to do when you start. I call it clipper sculpting. I start sculpting out some of the area that doesn't blend as well. That's one of those customizing moves. A barber through his career will develop a lot of different skills and techniques And not all barbers will use the same techniques to achieve the same goal. But I've got a set of techniques that, full bag of tricks, if you will, that, and you're never finished learning. If a barber ever thinks he's got it all down pat, he's sadly mistaken. You can always learn more. I watch and observe the other barbers in my shop here, and well, that's just one of the techniques that I've developed over the years. It's not something a novice should try until they get more comfortable with using the clippers, and because you're freehanding mostly. And that can be, if you miss, it's a big miss. So, there's other techniques that are, I don't know, let's say, less inclined to create a disaster. I introduced Hannah as she came in. Trey is our other barber here. He's quite talented. He's a very talented and skilled barber in his own right. Which is
Hello.
and there's Miss Hannah.
Yeah.
Now the haircut is really starting to shape up. I've still got a little bit more detailing. Detailing is the key in the difference of quality in a haircut.
You might want to watch some of his videos we've been doing. We're doing these series of videos on hair care and what have you. I'm a good example. My hair was falling out like crazy, and he started giving me some tips. It's growing. It's been growing like.
Are you
He's got
massaging-
twice the hair on top now.
It's
Are you doing like
massaging?
Yeah, massaging the
It's
scalp.
amazing.
Will,
It's
yeah,
amazing.
makes a big difference. Yep. Getting that blood flow
yeah,
to the
yeah.
scalp. Yep.
When I go to set the sideburns, I'm going to set them right at the corner of the eyeball. You don't want to look at a spot on the ears because most everybody, one ear's higher or lower than the other.
Yep. Casa Solace best.
So if you notice, I use my index finger and roll the clipper right into the spot I want it to be. And you really clean that up and make everything start looking sharp. Get nice lines.
Yeah. He's teacher. Yeah. That's what I use. He's the teacher. But the tea trimmer is always not good to.
And in barbering, combs and tools that you use are as important as the skills that you acquire. I'm using a clipper mate comb right here. And it's called that because it's designed, it's got a very smooth surface, so when you're taking the clipper over an area, you get a smoother cut than you do with a finger comb. Once again, I'll pull that right to the spot that I want it and set that sideburn just right. And using the Clipper Mate comb, I start blending and cleaning up the outline of the haircut. And if you notice while I'm working, I think it's barber's responsibility, barber's duty to get the peripherals for the gentleman. The ear hair, the eyebrows. I didn't even mention while I was doing the eyebrows, it's just such a habit that I don't even think about it. But I'll tell you one thing for sure, the woman in a man's life is gonna notice when those things are nice and clean. And I mean, a lot of gentlemen tell me their wife comes at them with the tweezers.
The tweezers hurt.
If those eyebrows aren't nice and clean. So it's barber's duty to take care of those peripherals for the gentleman, because the woman in his life will notice. At one point, that woman in his life is his mama. Another point in his life, it's his girlfriend or significant others, and they love interests, but through the majority of his life, it's his wife. And when she's happy, you've got a customer then, because she will send him back to you for the haircut and nobody else. In other words, I've built my career pleasing other men's wives. Hey, what can I say? So before you leave, if you'd ring the bell, give us a like, and even subscribe to our channel. We would love to hear from you, and go to our website, danielsbarbershoponthesquare.com. We're on Facebook, the same name, Daniel's Barbershop on the Square.
Daniel the barber. Daniel the barber. Daniel, won't you cut my hair? Daniel, won't you cut my hair? Daniel the barber treats you right. He can do anything that you like. Rock and roll locks or the high and tight.